About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears.
Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. You figure they've got to be looking forward to this one.
Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Quickly to the air is Wilson.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one taken in by Lashley.
He's into the secondary.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. There's Wilson to throw. Throwing left side is, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Hughes. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 14-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Fighting! The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, making the 39-yard line. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
These two teams getting a couple of late-season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On second down now. Tatum has some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They run the counter. Noel, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Wilson. Try to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
From the 5, second and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline, there's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing into break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1. It's complete to Brown, right side. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Holding offense.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll throw now on the final play, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. On first down, Tatum. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And Detroit getting set to go now. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Tatum, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Up the middle they go. Tatum, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now it's Wilson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This take it in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw is Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's pulled in at the 32.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So out now come the Lions.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete.
up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Wilson will throw again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, one last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD.